If you were something like me growing up and you looked up to all of the A-list actors and you watched movies like the Hulk, Thor, Spider-Man, and you looked up to these guys with the most impressive physiques and the classic V-taper physique that a lot of guys, dream of having, right? That is something that sticks with you throughout your whole childhood until, you finally reach an age where you get to the gym and realize how hard and difficult it is to accomplish your dream physique. And there are two types of individuals who are going to go to the gym and show up every single day and actually consistently make progress in the gym. So there's individual one who's going to get his dream physique in a matter of 5 years. And this person sticks to his fundamentals, sticks to the same protocols and systems that he follows, and he is going to get that dream physique in 5 years. And then person number two, just like all of us, right? Our species is known to have the shiny object syndrome, right? Chasing things that are so unrealistic and unattainable in a short period of time. So person number two is always going to miss the mark. And as you can see in the graph, the progress that they make is not linear, right? It's up and down, and it's going to not eventually get them the results that they're satisfied in 5 years, right? This person is going to work hard for a year trying to accomplish his dream physique way too soon, cuts down and makes all the progress that is linear now just decline, and it's making him in a deficit now. So then maintaining this and realizing he is not happy and repeating the cycle of bulking, cutting, bulking, never actually makes linear progress and gets his dream physique in 5 years, right? So the method that I'm going to explain is the ratchet method. And that is, actually consistently following your protocols and being structured so that you are making linear progress in 5 years. And sometimes, that is going to take sacrifice. That is going to mean it is skipping the family dinner sometimes. That is going to be skipping going out on the weekends, not going to the concert, the baseball game, and hanging out with all your friends when it seems like the best opportunity that you have, at a young age especially. So if you want to be like person one and get your dream physique in 5 years, these are the steps that you're going to follow. So that is going to be finding the body fat percentage that is going to allow you to actually have a good starting point. This advice only applies to guys who are between 10 to 15% body fat, right? If you are over that, then the first thing that you need to do is fix your insulin resistance, because most of the time guys just they don't have the right necessary functions in order to actually put on the muscle mass that it's going to take in 5 years. So getting down to that 10 to 15% range is going to be number one. And then once you actually get there, the number one thing to do is find your maintenance calories where you're at. So that would be multiplying your body weight by 15, right? And stick to that calories for 2 weeks and watch how the scale moves. If your strength in the gym is going up, don't increase your calories at all. Just maintain that until you hit that plateau with strength. And then from then on, what you want to do is track your fasted weight every single morning. Follow that calorie range until the weight in the gym starts to decline, right? You might see the scale weight plateau and maintain, but if your strength in the gym is still going up, just eat the same amount of calories. But once your strength starts to decline or plateau, that's when you want to push another 200 to 500 calories and then repeat that process. And this is going to be fundamentally the nutrition plan that you should be following for 5+ years. Breaking that down though is given that you are following a healthy, nutritious plan. You are eating 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein. You are eating 0.3 grams of fat per pound of body weight. And when you take the total amount of calories you should be eating and subtract the protein and fat calories, and the leftover is carbohydrates, and you're following this consistently, that means you're set up and you are eating whole foods and you're doing everything right. That means in 5 years, sticking to the fundamentals, you can get there. That is fundamentally how you should be structuring your nutrition plan. And that is what I like to call the ratchet effect. And that is just always increasing until everything catches up and then increasing some more. So that is always, wanting to see more progress. And that is when you see that linear progress. And person number two is sometimes going to be on that path, but actually when they actually fall is when they see the shiny object and they cut down and lose all the progress. And then they get to a point like where I was at. And that is reaching the physique that you wanted in the mirror and trying to sustain it, but then losing strength and then cut and bulking back up and then losing strength and seeing your body fat percentage go up without actually increasing calories, and then bulking up and then doing the same thing, but never actually increasing your weight or muscle mass the second time you go on that cut. That's when you know you failed. If you want to do it right, just follow this ratchet method and you are going to see consistent results over 5 years. What I would like to say, who this isn't for someone who has been lifting for 5+ years and has followed these things. So obviously it is going to be up to genetics at the end of the day. But if you haven't followed something like this for 5+ years, then you can't make that excuse yet. I think everyone should try this at least for 5 years and then determine whether or not you have the right genetics and this is something that is attainable for you. The rest of the things that I'll name that you should be following regardless of this protocol is making sure that you are sleeping 7 to 8 hours a day, following low to moderate cardio, and that is going to be like 10,000 steps or 30 minutes of cardio at the gym, and that would be incline walking, Stairmaster, making sure that you are drinking a lot of water, training intensely in the gym, and you are following a good training program that has both mechanical tension and metabolic strain, and it's not cardio working out, then following all of this, you can accomplish your dream physique in 5 years. So if you think that doing this all on your own is something that is daunting and something that, maybe a year in or year two, you're not going to stay accountable, what I would say is reach out to someone like a mentor who's done this before, who's gotten the results that you want, and ask them exactly how they did it, and maybe if they can take you under their wing. But if you don't have someone like that, you should reach out to me on Instagram, and I answer all my Instagram DMs. So DM me, build, or ask any question, and that's at chris.cxpa on Instagram, and I will send over all the information, ask any question, and maybe we can get to work and help you get to your dream physique in 5 years.